it's to me it's the top arena in the country, maybe the world, because with all the nostalgia in Boston of all the things that have gone, and it's an unbelievable venue, the kind of euphoria we had last year when we played here was just something we hadn't seen in a long time from UMass basketball. So to try to bring that back, and our goal is to make New England and the Boston area the epicenter of college basketball, where for maybe one day or one weekend every year, this is the place where college basketball happens. And to be part of the the inaugural event is it's a big thing that we couldn't turn down.
How exciting is it to play such a good rival?
That's great. I mean, Boston College, they're an ACC opponent. An hour and 20 minutes down the road, they've had a lot of success over the years, and I think to bring the two schools of Massachusetts together to play in Boston is just something that is unrivaled nationally, something that probably doesn't happen in many different states or cities across the country.
I'm assuming the home game is worth it, giving up the home game.
Yeah, I mean, to give up a home game is tough for college coaches, but at the same token, to be able to come and play in this event, to have the venue, and to have kind of like a little nostalgia of a Boston College UMass game in the Garden is something that, as a coach, I don't think you can turn down. And to let the UMass fans know, the 200 and something thousand of them that live within, say, a 5-hour ride of Boston, that we're doing this for you, and you should come out and support the game and really let people know that UMass is the state school, that UMass is your university, and come to the game.
Hey, I appreciate it very much.
It is. We made some strides, I think, in the first couple of years of just changing the culture of the program, of how hard you got to work, what I expect you both on and off the court, and now it's time to take that to the next level. And if you come watch our team play or practice, you'll see guys that look a little more mature, they look a little bigger, they kind of are starting to get some biceps. And we're still relatively young for college basketball if you look at our roster, but at the same token, those guys played a lot of minutes last year, and I'm optimistic that we're going to play as hard as anybody, as hard as the teams that people remember, and we're going to compete with everybody.
I know that was one of the biggest things you were trying to instill, was just the UMass brand, the way UMass plays.
It is, and you'll see that we have a few guys that are really exemplifying. I mean, I'll call out Javon Farrell, the kid who played for us a lot as a freshman last year. His work ethic, his toughness right now. If you watch him play, and I think the other guys are feeding off him right now. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is a UMass player of how tough and how hard you got stuff, and he's really taken on a leadership role with the team.
And then just about coming here, I mean, obviously giving up a home game, this must mean a lot to you.
I mean, it's always tough giving up a home game because the winning percentage in college basketball is a home game is probably more than a neutral site, or maybe even kind of somewhat of a road game since we're going to Boston. But after the experience our guys had and our fan base had playing Memphis here last year, and the whole aura of being in the Garden, I think it's something that to give up a home game was worth it, I think, for our fans. And we want to be known as the state school. We want the almost 300,000 UMass alum within the area to know that we're trying to take our program on the road. We're trying to make sure that you understand this is your team, and if we have to come and support an unbelievable cause like the Children's Hospital and come to the Garden, we're going to do that.
And then something like the push event, I know you got the whole season ticket push, and so you've really been going.
It's going great. We have meet and greets, not only through Western Mass, but we're in Boston tonight. There's a lot of things going on, and you know what? It's just getting the UMass brand name out there. There's so many people that want to be involved, and if you give them an opportunity, I think that's what you have to do. Our Mission 1000 is our season ticket push to sell another 1,000 season tickets. Trying to make the Mullins, one of the toughest places in the country to be in to play, and to do that, you have to have people in the seats. So we're calling on individual fans, small business owners, large companies throughout the state, come help out the cause. And I think we've had a pretty good response to this point. And I'm looking for one more push as I'm out doing more things in the community. We're the community. Like, as the coach, I want to build a program, and our team's been out in the community. We've been to the Big E. We've been to helping out with clinics in the summertime. So we're going to schools to read. We're around the kids. This is not a short-term thing. This is a long-term. Build a program, put everything in place, and then the last step of that is to win at a level that I expect to win at, which is at some point making NCAA tournaments and being a perennial top 30, top 35 team every year.
Good stuff.